Hey guys, Shaman37X here, bringing you a quick video on the new version 2 cookie clicker update. So this time I'm just going to be doing a video. It should be pretty short. It's on Krumblor the Cookie Dragon. So basically, in one of the when you ascend, there's a legacy upgrade that costs like nine heavenly chips, really cheap. Definitely recommend you pick it up the first time you ascend. And basically, once you get 1,000,000 cookies, it allows you to purchase this egg for only 24 cookies. So the 1,000,000 is just kind of like a prerequisite for unlocking it. So you click that, and then boop, you have a little friend on here. If you have the Santa Claus thing going on, it'll appear alongside that. So that's pretty neat. Hold on, how's the volume on this? Okay. So basically, yeah, the reason you need 1,000,000 is because even just to get the very first thing, you need 1,000,000 cookies. But basically, you just kind of do this a couple times: 1,000,000, 2,000,000, 4,000,000, 8,000,000, and then after that is when it finally hatches into Krumblor there, as you can see. And what this is it's sort of a way to add a whole bunch of like custom tailored sort of upgrades that are kind of helpful for a wide variety of different uses, depending on like how you like to play the game. So as you can see, this first one, it uses things called auras, which is basically like, you'll see after we get this first one here for 16,000,000 cookies, it now has the ability to attach an aura to it. And to do this, it costs, the interesting thing about the Cookie Dragon here is that it actually costs buildings, which is kind of, I think this is the only time in the game where this is a thing that happens. So it's sort of interesting in that way. As you can see here, the first one you get is pretty straightforward. It just makes your kittens a little more effective. The cost of switching auras is one of the most expensive building you have, so of course I have prisms, so it's going to cost prisms. But if you only had like shipments, for example, it would cost one shipment, and that kind of changes as you play. But even at its max, you know, by the time you, after not too long, that doesn't become too expensive. As you can see, I'm only an hour in, and I've made some really good progress on my prestige level here. So it's the update is definitely having I'm definitely having a lot of fun with it, basically. Anyway, back to Krumblor. So yeah, and after the first one, which cost 16,000,000 cookies, all of them after that cost 100 of each building in order. So as you can see, you get 100 cursors here, 100 grandmas after that, and so on. So I'm just going to explain them as we come across them. They're mostly pretty straightforward. The first one here is clicking is 5% more effective, so that just increases how much damage you do per click if you have that aura equipped. I'll go ahead and get that one. Elder Battalion, I don't know how good this one actually is. It increases Grandma's CPS by 1% for each non-Grandma building. So honestly, it sounds like that could be really good, because that could get up to like, you know, plus hundreds of thousands. Yeah, definitely plus thousands of percent CPS. But of course, the Grandmas don't generate much of anything by this point in the game, so I'm not sure how useful that actually is. But nice to have Reaper of the Field. This is one of the ones that I actually will like need to explain. Basically, this makes the golden cookies have a chance. I'm gonna go ahead and also just do this so that I can have a chance to get golden cookies. Basically, this, when you click a golden cookie, it has a chance to trigger this new Dragon Harvest effect, which the Dragon Harvest increases your cookies per second by, it multiplies it by 15 for, I want to say like a minute by default. But of course, you have a bunch of upgrades and stuff that will increase that. All of these, where are they? Yeah, these ones here. So, you know, that time will extend as you get those. So, actually, I should have saved that for when I get this, this particular thing. But, yeah, so that's pretty good. That's a nice one there. Next is Earth Shatterer for 100 mines. This one makes it so that if you kind of buy some things that you kind of regret, maybe, you know, make some unwise investments, this makes it so that it's a lot less costly to like fix what you might have screwed up. So that's pretty nice. You know, you get a lot more of a percentage of your money back. That's not one I think is all that useful, but it could be in specific situations. The next two, this one, all upgrades are 2% cheaper, and the next one is all buildings are 2% cheaper. You know, those are all pretty straightforward. If you are doing like some binge buying of buildings or upgrades, that could be something that might be worthwhile to just temporarily equip, just to kind of you know, make it so that you get a little bit a little bit less cost on things. So, you know, again, like I said, a lot of these are kind of very situational in how useful they are, but, you know, in those situations, they can definitely prove to be beneficial to you. Next is Dragon God. This one just increases Heavenly Chips bonus by 5%. I'll be honest, I don't exactly know what that means. I don't know if that increases, like, the amount of CPS here that you get for prestige level. I'm actually not at all sure. I actually think I'm just going to go ahead and equip that just to see what it does. Yeah, okay, so then it goes to 105% of its percentage. Yeah, okay, so that just increases how much CPS this gives you. So if you have, like, a really high prestige level, this could even potentially be more useful, like, for your CPS than a lot of other upgrades, so that's pretty interesting. Really quick, I'm going to go ahead and have to get one of those for later on. Next, Arcane Aura. It's really straightforward, just 5% more golden cookies. You know, nice simple one there. This is the last one that I think I'll really need to explain. Dragonflight. When you click on a golden cookie, now you have the chance to get the Dragonflight effect, which apparently used to be even more overpowered. But basically, what this does is it increases your click damage by, or like it multiplies it by 1,111%. So I'm going to go ahead and equip that and see if I get lucky. Dragonflight, yep, there it is. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn my my auto clicker here for a little bit, and it gives that really cool effect there too. That's pretty neat. Yeah, so this one is pretty ridiculous, as you can see. Apparently this used to be even more overpowered, but he nerfed the fact that it was so good that he nerfed it down to over 1,000% multiplying is pretty crazy. I can't even imagine what that used to be. So yeah, there's that. That's a pretty good one. Like, if you're doing any sort of active play, that's probably one of the ones that I recommend the most. So, or if you have, like, something that auto-clicks golden cookies, that's very beneficial to you. Next, golden cookies give 10% more cookies. Again, pretty simple there. Next one, wrath cookies give 10% more cookies. So, yeah, those are kind of mutually like, they don't work on, obviously, the golden cookies ones. The golden cookie boost doesn't work on wrath cookies and vice versa, so depending on your current status with the elders, that kind of varies how that's going to go. Second last one, I believe here. Golden cookie effects last 5% longer. That's not too bad. Again, it's good for if you're, like, into golden cookies a lot, but I don't consider that one to be all that great. But the last one, this is the really good one. Oh, wait, no, hold on, sorry, one more. I didn't even read it. This one is, however, really good for if you're doing seasonal stuff, because it gives you 25% additional chance for random drops, like from reindeer, or for Christmas, or from wrinklers for Halloween, or like Easter bunnies for the Easter season, and stuff like that. So that's definitely a helpful one there. That's one I can definitely see myself using when I've, you know, can finally get those seasons again. But now the last one. This one multiplies your overall cookie production by 2. So that's just straight up, it just doubles. However many cookies you would be making, it just doubles it. So, you know, that's pretty nice. So I'm definitely going to get that one. And I'm also going to go ahead and equip that one after I get a prism here, because that's definitely the best one as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. Go ahead and get that too. Clicking Frenzy? Okay. Yeah, it's not that beneficial because I kind of have sold off most of my buildings, so I gotta go ahead and fix this up really quick. Mostly just so that I can get the second last cookie dragon upgrade here is oh wait, do I still missing? Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, it costs 50 of every building, and this one I think is just like a slight increase to your overall CPS, I think. Yeah, I think that's just like a 5% increase, but that's not like listed or anything. And then the very last one, this is one I'm not going to be able to get right now, of course, but it, yeah, as you can see, it costs 200 of every building, and I simply don't have the capacity to do that right now. So that is going to stay ungotten by me for now. But yeah, that is a really good one though, because that literally just lets you use 2 different auras. You know, very straightforward, but very, very helpful. So, the one I think I see a lot of people recommending, I did a bit of research on this beforehand, is Radiant Appetite, of course. This one's just kind of a given at this point. You pretty much always want that equipped. That one, and, like, for any sort of active play, you'll probably want Dragonflight, because Dragonflight is pretty crazy, at least if you have an auto-clicker of any kind. I definitely recommend that one. Besides that, like, if you're just looking for CPS increase, like Breath of Milk, or maybe Arcane Aura might be good options for you. There's a lot of different variables that'll impact what you might want to go for. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to Krumblor there. It's also, I meant to mention this like at the beginning, but that's a reference to a game that Ortiel worked on with the guys that do the Adventure Quest games, Adventure Quest Dragons. It was another idle game that was that's for mobile. I don't know if it's still being like continued or anything like that. I think that was just kind of like a one-off thing. I played it for a little while, but it got a little boring after a while. Yeah, that's just sort of a tie-in with that, because in that game you can get a dragon, you can get Krumblor, so he decided to add it to this game as well. So it's just a neat little kind of tie-in there, tying the two games together like that. But yeah, I think that will do it for this video, so thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out my other Cookie Clicker videos. I have one out already on just like the basics of the update, and I plan on doing at least a couple more in the future. I would assume it, at the very least, for some more of the ascending things that you can get, because there's definitely some really good stuff in the legacy unlocks thing. So and also on challenge runs, because I do hope to do one where I actually can get those cursed speed breaking achievements. So yeah, and I also have one more thing. I have a giveaway going on right now for 5 Mew event Pokemon code thingies. So if you're interested in that, just check the description. There's a link to a game where you can enter with a whole bunch of different methods. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later.